we're doing the drone video for the adjoining tracts at Turkey Hollow. These both have direct frontage on the National Forest. Parked on the property. Now we're looking south on the county road, so land on the left. And we'll pan over and look to the north. And of course property on the right. This was kind of a cool situation in that, whoa, I don't know what happened there. The drone kind of got crazy on us. Okay, we're going to get oriented again and look toward the east. We're at about the center. Now these are two separate tracts, but we're selling them together. Every now and then we have a kind of a special situation where it makes great sense to sell two tracts together, and this was one of those situations. There happens to be a really good trail and a cleared site, but it's on the extreme north side of tract 4. So what we did was we joined tract 4 with tract 5, and then that puts the site basically smack dab in the center when you combine the two properties. Now the site is on tract 4, so down the road if you wanted to split one off and either keep the one with the site or sell the one with the site or do something different, you definitely have that option. So here the truck was parked on the driveway. We just went back a little bit, and that's the power line which crosses directly over the west side of the tracts. So you've got actual poles right on the property. That's important when you go to hook up power. If you have an existing pole, it is much easier and much less expensive to get power. So we're going to follow that existing driveway toward the east. Look at those beautiful trees. You'll find many species of trees on this property, but right now we're looking at some really nice pine trees. There's a good pine grove on the west side. As we look to the east, you can see those big beautiful pines, some cedars and some hardwoods too. And as we continue to the east, it'll transition into mostly hardwood trees. But right now you've got the road, and we have driven that driveway. It just kind of winds through the pine grove. It's gorgeous and ends at a small site. We had some people out there kind of camping and hanging out as they were more or less leasing the property. And now we've decided to get it on the market. Can't really see the trail, but we are still following it with the drone there. And now we're getting close to the site. I believe the site sits back about 500 feet from the county road. It is so nice and private. You've got those beautiful trees all around the site. Okay, so you can see kind of a little structure they had. They had a few trees kind of strung together to make a structure. What we're looking at the bottom there, that's a small garden. I realized from the air it looks a little bit like a grave, a grave or something creepy. It is not. It is a small little vegetable garden, I think, with tomato plants in there. A few straw bales and probably some odds and ends that were left out there. So now looking back toward the west, toward the county road, and it rises up gently. The land rises up gently as you head off the county road. So the site sits up quite a bit higher than the county road, although it is a gradual incline. And then kind of the slow, very slow gradual incline continues as you move toward the National Forest on the east. And then it basically levels out on the east side. And I believe we'll take the drone here and fly it to the east, and we'll just kind of have a look at the property. It's basically entirely covered with timber. Like I said earlier, you'll have many different species of trees, a lot of pine on the west, and actually, as I look at the drone video now on the big screen, we've got pine kind of mixed throughout the property, which is pretty cool. Or that's my personal take. I love the big pine trees. it can be really hard to find mature pine trees. But you've got those on this property, as well as some nice cedars, red oak, white oak, hickory. We saw walnut trees. So now we're headed east. Both tracts, tract 4 and 5, have direct frontage on the Mark Twain National Forest. So thousands and thousands of acres of national forest that you can use, and it's directly attached to the property. I love these situations when we can sell two nice adjoining properties together, because it gives you so many possibilities for what you want to do. There we go, looking toward the east, over the east side of the property and at the Mark Twain National Forest. Beautiful rivers, creeks, miles and miles of trails for trail riding, hunting, camping. So if for some reason you get bored on your large, beautiful property, all you do is venture into the National Forest and explore for months and years. Where was I? I lost my train of thought there. I got sidetracked by that beautiful National Forest view. But with the two adjoining tracts, it gives you not only quite a bit of land, but one idea would be, oh, look at that beautiful view. That's to the north, basically. Now we're coming down. The option of potentially doing your cabin or your site on one of the properties, and down the road, if you decide you only need the one tract, you've got the option of selling off that other tract. As land prices continue to rise and the timber continues to grow, it just keeps going up in value. So it might be something where you use both of them for a few years, and then 5 years from now you say, hey, I think I'll sell one off and just keep the one. We've had situations before where people have two tracts and they'll build a little cabin on one and sell that for cash and pay off both tracts, and then they end up with a free and clear property when all is said and done. So that can be a good deal. But also just having the adjoining property if you want. Oh, there's some beautiful pines. I'm just really stuck on these big pine trees. I love them. So hard to find the big mature pine trees. Deed one property to your children, or sell it to your buddy, or whatnot. It's just a great situation. And the nice thing is they're both really nice properties. So I think together they go very well. If you do decide to use the existing trail and tract, then you're basically right in the middle, 100% private. Even if you did split it off, even though it is, toward the north side of tract 4 with the mature timber, it still does have a buffer from tract 5, even if you were to split it. So now we're coming down, going over some more awesome pine trees. As always, for details, you can go to InstantAcres.com, and if the property is on there, then it's available. We do put them on YouTube, and they stay on YouTube even after they're sold, because the buyers generally request that, so they can still access the videos and show their family and friends and whatnot. So now we've come back to the east side and looking south, the property on the left. Truck is parked on the drive there, and there's the power line on the left. Video's about to cut out. I had thought I got a better look. So we're at the west side. I had thought I had a better look at this, but I had actually turned the camera off. So this is gonna shut off in a few seconds here. But check us out at InstantAcres.com. Rare opportunity to get two adjoining tracts on the National Forest at Turkey Hollow.